Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are starting a new topic. We are going to be talking about multiplying fractions. Now you have been introduced to this in 5th grade, but it was one digit over one digit and you multiplied straight across. Well, we're stepping up a notch for 6th grade, so we're going to add a couple of more rules in there. So I'm going to switch over my camera so we can look at our notes for today. Share my screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put my face in the corner. Hello. Let's do that again. Share. All right, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so our notes, multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. So notes along the side, I have a couple of steps for us to realize when we're doing this process. The first step says, rewrite each mixed number or whole number as an improper fraction if necessary. Step 2, multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. And then finally, step 3, simplify if necessary. Remember to change improper fractions back to mixed numbers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I have 3 sample problems that we're going to work out for our notes today. Feel free to follow along with me and write them on a sheet of paper so that way you can refer back to them. I will also post this in your resource folder where we keep our other notes. All right, so let's look at this first example. We have 3/4 times 2/5. Simple enough, right? So it says rewrite each mixed number or whole number if necessary. Not necessary. We don't need to do that step. The next one says multiply the numerator, multiply the denominator. So I'm going to come back up here. 3 times 2, these are my numerators, is 6. And then my denominator, 4 times 5, which is 20. I have multiplied my fraction. Step 3 says to simplify if necessary. Remember to change an improper fraction back to a mixed number. It's not an improper fraction, but I do need to simplify. Remember, you're trying to find the biggest number that will go into both the top and the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 is an even number, and so is 20. I know if both of my numbers are even, I am always divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide both of them by 2. 6 divided by 2 will give me 3. 20 divided by 2 will give me 10. I'm going to look at my numbers again to make sure I can't simplify it further. I can't think of a number that will go evenly into 3 and 10, so I'm going to call that done. Okay, now this one you should be familiar with. You've done this one before. We're kicking it up a notch in this next column. We have 2 mixed numbers that we need to take care of. I'm going to introduce a shortcut for you called Texas two-step. TX, Texas two-step. Okay, you might be like, what? What are you talking about, miss? Well, I'm going to show you. So here's our mixed number. We need it to look like this. We need to change it to an improper fraction. So this little friend up here is going to help me do that. The T and the X, you're going to use those lowercase letters. T, X. Those look like math symbols, right? The T looks like a plus, and the X, of course, looks like multiplication. I'm going to do the same thing over here because it's a mixed number. Okay. Now, there's my T and X from here. Now, 2 steps, because there's 2 steps that we're going to do. And then I'm going to add on to this, around the world. What I mean by that is you're going to start with your denominator and you're going to make yourself around the world. Okay, let's see how this works. So we're going to first start with our denominator. 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2 would give us 8. So I'm going to put an 8, and I'm going to keep my same denominator. Now I'm going to do over here. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5 is 13. I'm going to keep my denominator. Okay, now I have improper fractions. I'm going to multiply my numerator and multiply my denominator as my next step. But guess what, guys? I have another shortcut. We can simplify this before we multiply. What I'm going to do is look across. to see if I can simplify before I move further. I see 8 and I see 8. I know 8 is divisible by itself. So if I divide 8 by 8, this now simplifies to a 1. Now I'm going to look this way. I can't simplify that. There's not a number that I can use that can go into both of them. So now I'm going to multiply. 1 times 13 is 13. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay? I have multiplied both numbers. It's improper. I need to change it back. How I do that? Tie bow. Top in, bottom out. Top in, bottom out. 3 will not go into 1. It will go into 13 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12, with 1 left over. My top number will be my whole. This remainder will now be my numerator, and what I divided it by will stay the same, my divisor. And notice it matches this divisor. So 4 1/3 is my final answer. Don't worry, guys, we'll do some more problems to help you make sure how to do this, okay? The next example, 1/3 times 15. Now, I need to make my whole number into an improper fraction. How do I do that? Remember, a whole number as a fraction is simply putting it over a 1. So now I have 1/3 times 15 over 1. I'm going to see if I can simplify this before I move on. I have a 1 and a 1. I can't go any lower than a 1, so that one's done. Let's look this way. I have a 3 and I have a 15. I know that I can divide 3 by itself, and I can divide 15 by 3 as well. So if I divide by 3, these now simplify to a 1 here and a 5 here. Now I can multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. I'm improper, so I need to do tie bow. Or if you realize that over here, anything over 1 is itself. But just in case you didn't see that, we're going to do top in, bottom out. How many times will 1 go into 5? 5 times. So 5 is my answer. Now, you may be like, Miss, I don't really understand this shortcut thing that you did. That's okay. We can still do it the long way. So I'm going to backtrack for those of you that really are not feeling the shortcut. So after you've done your Texas two-step to change it into an improper fraction, you are more than welcome to just multiply straight across like we normally do. So if you did 8 times 13, you need to set that up. No way you're doing that in your head. 8 times 3 is 24, carry our 2. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So that would make our numerator 104 over. And then at the bottom, 8 times 3 is 24. So I would put 24 here. My fraction is still improper, so I will have to do tie bow. So top in, bottom out. 24 will not go into 1. 24 will not go into 10. I need to see how many times 24 will go into 104. So I need to do some scratch work. Let's start with 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So I'm over. So let's go down. Let's do 24 times 4. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So I have 96 there. I need to borrow. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which is 8. 9 from 9 leaves nothing. So I have 8 left over. We do not put a decimal. So I'm going to put 4 and 8/24. And you may realize that this can be simplified to the answer that we originally got. Okay. Same thing up here if you didn't understand the shortcut. 1 times 15 will give us 15. 3 times 1 will give us 3. We would need to do Taebo to change it. Top in, bottom out. 3 would not go into 1, but 3 times 5 would give us 15, which is what we got here. So ladies and gentlemen, if you did not understand me simplifying before we multiplied, then you're more than welcome to still just multiply straight across. But do realize that you do still need to simplify it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are our notes for today. If you have any questions, please make sure you contact me and I'll be happy to help you. You're going to go ahead and do some practice work on your own in the folder. So go ahead and do that for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.